Gabriel rubbed his eyes and stretched his arms slowly, trying to shake the weight of the day before. Bills had piled high. Debt tightened around his life like chains. Every morning felt the same. Wake up, work, survive, repeat. The endless routine people called life had begun to wear holes into his soul. But today was different. He just didn't know it yet. By the end of the day, the world he thought he understood would crack wide open. The rules would bend. Reality itself would loosen in his hands. Life was about to become something far greater than survival. It was about to become creation. Gabriel made his coffee like he had every morning before getting ready for the grind. The smell filled the small apartment as he stared at the clock above the stove. 5:46. He didn't think much of it. Not at first. He shuffled through the stack of bills scattered across the table, letting out a tired sigh before tearing open another debt collection letter. The bold red numbers practically screamed at him. $789 due immediately. For a brief moment, his mind lingered on the strange sequence between the clock and the amount owed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like something was lining up. But he quickly dismissed it as coincidence. Just another tired thought from an exhausted mind. Later that day, Gabriel stood in the back room of the small butcher shop where he worked, the fluorescent lights above him buzzing like trapped insects. Knife in hand, he moved through the motions automatically, his body working while his mind drifted elsewhere. Music played softly through his headphones. One of his own songs. Normally, it was background noise, something to pass the time. But today, the lyrics felt different. Sharper. Alive. It's time. Wake up. Child of old. Gabriel froze. The knife slipped from his fingers and clattered against the floor. For the first time in years, he truly looked around the room. Every face carried the same emptiness, the same exhaustion, the same quiet misery hidden behind routine. And suddenly, a thought hit him so hard it felt physical. This is not where I belong. This isn't my purpose. Without another thought, Gabriel grabbed his phone and walked straight out the back door. No goodbye, no plan, no security left to cling to. Only movement, only instinct. The city air hit him as he stepped onto the sidewalk. After wandering aimlessly for several blocks, he finally sat down near the curb and pulled his headphones free. His music continued playing softly beside him as he closed his eyes. For the first time in a long time, he breathed. Nearly 5 minutes passed before a voice interrupted the silence. I don't think I've heard that song before. Gabriel looked up. A sharply dressed man stood nearby, hands folded neatly behind his back. His clothes were far too expensive for this side of town. Gabriel frowned slightly. No, sir. I wrote it. The man's expression softened into a subtle smile. Did you now? He asked. I heard it from my car over there. Had to come see where it was coming from. Something about the way the man looked at him felt intense, like he wasn't just seeing Gabriel's face, but something underneath it. Gabriel scoffed quietly. Look, if you're here to judge me, save it. I got enough on my plate without some rich guy coming down here to lecture me about life. The man stepped back slightly, but his smile only grew. I like your spirit, he said calmly. No judgment. I'm just wondering why someone with your potential is sitting on a street corner dressed like they've already given up. Gabriel opened his mouth to respond, but nothing came out. Truthfully, he didn't know. The man nodded as if the silence itself answered the question. So, he continued, what's it going to be? Gabriel blinked. What? You going to make music? The man asked. Or are you going to sit here waiting for life to happen to you? Before Gabriel could answer, a sudden gust of wind swept through the street, rattling nearby trash and sending an old newspaper page tumbling across the sidewalk. It smacked directly against Gabriel's foot. Slowly, he bent down and picked it up. And just like the lyrics before, certain words stood out unnaturally clear from the rest of the faded page. If you don't start now, you never will. Gabriel stared at the words. His heart pounded. The universe itself suddenly felt louder than the city around him. He rose to his feet and held out his hand. So, Gabriel said, a spark returning to his eyes, what did you have in mind? The man shook his hand firmly before laughing to himself. Well, first, he said, turning toward the black car parked down the street, we're going to need your songs. He opened the passenger door. In my studio.